Hello, fellow YouTubers and friends alike. I am Joe Bananas. Today is Monday, July 23rd, 2018. And it was a good Monday because I got off work a little bit early. So I figured, there's my cat, Lily. Hi. I figured since I got home a little bit early from work, I could do a video on this, which I promised to do in the comments of my last video on the Stout Horton collab. And I figured I could knock this out really quick. So this is a slip joint. It's not a tactical folding knife. Again, I always have the baby machine near me. It's not a tactical folding knife like this. This is a modern day slip joint. This isn't your grandpa's slip joint or his dad's slip joint. This is what we're starting to see now from a lot of different knife makers. You're starting to see these slip joints get a little bit bigger than they used to be. You're seeing a lot more premium materials, titanium mostly. This one happens to have a Thai mask or a Mokutai inlay. I don't know whose Mokutai or the actual the name of it, but I will say that this inlay is done so well that it just blows my mind. I have never on any knife felt an inlay as cleanly as this is done. It almost seems like it's literally just a piece. Like this is one solid piece. You can't see any gaps. You can't feel any gaps. It's absolutely flawless. I don't know how Gerry McGinnis did it. I don't care how he did it. I'm just so, I don't know. I'm just so taken back by how well he did this. And I mean, you can see here where he went around the screws. It's crazy. And I mean, there's literally no gaps. None. It's incredible. The milling on the titanium is insane, and that's followed through to the Mokutai as well. Or maybe this is Timascus. I really don't know. I should have done some research. But it's just beautiful. Look at that. Same on both sides. It's just mirrored. Okay. He's recessed the hardware in quite a bit. So it's kind of cool. You don't get none of it sticking out. It's recessed in just a bit. Collector centered is what I would call that. Sick. Got a great fuller here, which almost, you could open it one-handed if you wanted to. Let's go ahead and open this thing up. It's got a half stop, a strong half stop too. Sweet. I've gotten it kind of dirty from my dirty hands. Look at that hand rub satin blade. Let me wipe that off real quick. I'll wipe this off so you can get the real effect. Look at that. Hand rub satin blade. Just beautiful. Got this gorgeous swedge coming in here. I guess this would be kind of a clip point. I guess that's what you would call that. The fuller is perfect. The fuller falls into that swedge. So you see it is symmetrical, which makes my OCD happy. For those of you that don't know, anything asymmetrical is just kills me. It gives me anxiety. I can't handle it. So to see this beautifully symmetrical swedge, beautiful symmetrical swedge just makes me happy. As Terra Fanatic would call this, it's sideways satin. You get the hand rub going this way. The pivot is recessed, which is pretty cool. I like that the pivot isn't... I like that there's nothing done to the pivot. It's not milled or anything like that. It's just a domed pivot, which is pretty cool because I feel like it doesn't take away from the aesthetics of the knife itself. You know what I mean? scales are perfectly rounded off. There's zero hot spots anywhere. I have very large hands, which I always say in every video, and this modern slip joint fits my hands perfectly. If you're anything like me and you have semi-large hands or large hands, you're going to find that a normal slip joint's probably not going to fit. You know, they're very small, and that's okay. But that's what's kind of cool about these new slip joints that are coming onto the market now from these new custom knife makers, is you get to see more premium materials. They're a little bit bigger. They're a little flashier. And it's just cool to see. I love it. I love this resurgence of the slip joint in a new modern form. Now, there is some stuff in there. I don't know. Let's see. Here's, check that out. This is from Barrel Flashlight Company. This is solid Zerk with an oil slick finish. Zerk clip, Zerk light, everything sick. Let's see if we can see down in there. Okay, you're not going to be able to probably tell what that is. I'm using my phone right now, the iPhone 10. So I'll go ahead and read it off to you. I already know what it says because I looked in there. But what you have is, this is 150 or CPM 154 steel, which is designated inside there. It does say 013, which I am going to assume this is the 13th one that Gerry has made. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, Gerry. But I would imagine this is number 13. And then it has his name, Gerry McGinnis, that he's kind of autographed inside there. Oh, sorry. That he's autographed inside there. And then also you have the date. And the date was May 20th, 2018. So this knife was made 2 months ago. Pretty neat. I'm assuming this back spring here is steel, just to give it longevity. It's nicely polished. Just a look at the half stop. Very strong. We'll go ahead and close it. Snaps closed. This is easily one of the nicest knives that I've ever handled. From folders, fixed blades, and all that jazz. This knife is just incredible. You can tell that Gerry's attention to detail is just second to none. He makes an incredible knife. I've unfortunately never been able to handle his folders, except for the Proline series. Those are cool, but those are a mid-tech. But as far as handling a full-blown custom from Gerry, I've never been able to until this slip joint here, which is okay. I'm glad I was able to handle the slip joint, but I want to handle. I'd love to handle some folders. Yeah, so that's about it. I don't want to ramble on too long about this. I just wanted to be able to show you guys this incredibly made knife and show you some of the specifics on it, give you some close-ups. Again, I'm sorry it's a little bit dirty. It's been in and out of my pocket. Look at that. The machining is just ridiculous. Maybe if I get it up close enough, you guys can see the... Yeah, there you go. You can see the inscribing. Gerry really shared no expense. Now this was... I'm not going to tell the exact price, but it's very expensive. Which is probably why you won't see very many of these out in the open. I wish they weren't as expensive as they are. I wish that everybody could get their hands on something like this. This is beautiful. I wish I owned this. Just like the Stout, I'm fortunate enough to have friends that are able to acquire some cool stuff, and I'm lucky enough to be able to play with it. And they trust me with their stuff, and I get to play with it, carry it, use it, and now that I'm doing this YouTube thing, I get to show it off to you guys. So this isn't mine. I wish it was. Maybe I could convince him to let me have it. I doubt it, but This is, I made a comment the other day that I wish this was mine because I'd be buried in this knife. And the person I mentioned that to said, damn, those are some deep words. And they are, but I think I meant it. This knife's that good. So, yeah. Here's a look at the Gerry McGinnis slip joint in all its glory. I hope you guys had a great Monday. I hope you enjoyed this video. And I hope you enjoyed looking at this beautifully, beautifully made knife. I will see you guys soon with another video. Probably coming up within the next day or so. So drop me a comment. Let me know what you think of this knife. Let me know what you thought of the video. Share it with your friends. I appreciate it. I appreciate all you guys watching. I love you. I will see you fools tomorrow.